Hello, I am doing this video because why? Why do I do these videos? So, number one, and why do I use like fun Disney fans instead of Susan Shea, instead of Susan Ray Shea, or whatever? I've used lots of different type of online handles. My first one probably was like Smile New Orleans, but even before that, Concerned Citizen or something like that. But I'm always the reason why do I feel the need to make these videos? And it is because I have a freedom of expression. I am exercising and doing that. I have feelings. And so we Americans should talk about the things that we love about Americans. I like to say positive things about people, even positive things about people who commit crimes, even people who, you know, I am a forgiving person. I really am. I will talk about wrongs that a person does. Is that forgiving if you talk about the wrongs that you have seen happen? It's complicated, and that's the reason why I do these videos, is because I'm not just this two-dimensional photo on my social media platform. And I utilize all of them. I remember back when Facebook first began, like in 2007, I was told, "Oh, it's bad. It's a bad thing. You shouldn't do that." Gosh, I mean, really. Before Facebook, there was something I utilized, Yahoo Groups, and I like that. I like to trade ideas on healthy parenting, safe things, safe families, things, having harmony within groups of people. Those are the things I like to talk about. And I encourage you that if those are the things that you like to talk about, do. I mean, one thing that is happening is the freedom of information is getting to vulnerable people. Vulnerable people in our society would be, who would you define as a vulnerable person? Usually kids. If you're a parent and you're kind of trapped in a daily grind of responsibility and you feel, you need to express yourself and say, hey, wait a minute, these taxes are awful, or the daily cost of this, or the daily cost, or the fees, these hidden fees that are in our everyday life and society. Those are the things really important to speak about. But one thing too is, even though I hear about veterans rights, I believe that veterans really should be talking out there more. First of all, men. I'm a woman. My father, a man, he served in the Vietnam War. Did he want to serve in that war? I don't really know if he wanted to serve in that war. He was a proud American. He died 5 years ago. his life changed because he served our country. You know, women in the Vietnam era were not drafted, and there was no threat of being drafted. And when you're drafted, you're pulled into service, and you're given a specific role to serve our country. And we Americans, women, men, women who did not serve in the military, owe so much to people who did. But veterans' rights are probably really, the most important that we need to be giving more support for veterans. What they see and witness in war, especially wartime veterans who had to witness things that were unjust. And maybe they even had to do things that they felt were unjust. And so we need to give that outlet, and that's what the internet does. It has helped veterans come together and show their lives and how they are living, maybe in a better way or a worse way. I don't know. But I encourage people to get online and talk like this. There's one really good YouTuber I like, and his name is Peter Santanello, and he travels all over the world. He travels mostly in the country, but he's from Vermont, and he's a veteran, and he does talk about, I like listening to him. I think it's really important for veterans to come together and use the Veterans Administration and voice concerns and all of those things. Now I'm coming up to almost 8 minutes. I keep trying to keep these short, but I encourage anybody to voice your American views and ways. Our Americanisms can get dissolved into the internet. We can't let that happen. Our American freedoms cannot be dissolved, like salt and water, into the internet of voices. Our nation is something that other nations would love to emulate. So we do need to show that it is worth emulating, because that's going to just keep us Americans freer. And we're strong when we're free, and we're free when we're strong. And that was said today by, I believe, the Democratic leader of our United States Congress. And I liked it. So I'm not going to say people's words, but what I'm going to say is leadership on both sides, Republican and Democrat, I respect to a certain degree. Do I subscribe to every thought in my president's brain? Do I subscribe to every thought in the House of Representatives leadership? Do I subscribe to all of their thoughts? No. That's why, and they don't just subscribe to each other's thoughts in their brains. But the elections are a way where we Americans do get to keep our democracy alive. It's not perfect, but talk about it. Use your own freedom of speech. And let's get more content out there that is not hateful to another American. If you are a true American, and just because you're a citizen doesn't mean you love America. But let's help each other love ourselves. Let's help each other love America. Let's keep America lovable. Have a good day.